People, Lady B here again.
Take a breath.
I know, right?
Take your time, no rush.
All right. Welcome to the Music Link, you guys. We're here with one of LA's hottest musicians. When I say hottest, if you know for sure you want your show to turn out good, you gotta have this man. Now, he played the key. What other instrument do you play?
Primarily, I'm a trombone player and trumpet.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
You guys, let's welcome Andre Morris to the Music Link.
Thank you. What's up, everybody? Out there live, view.
Okay, so Andre Morris, he plays for a lot of, he plays for a lot of artists. A lot of artists. All the main artists that come to LA, if they're in need of a band, and a person that plays the keys mostly,
Yeah.
he is our man. When I tell you some of the biggest artists the man has played for, went on tour, what a blessing. And a lot of times people pay attention to the singers, but without the musicians, the singers won't be who they are. You know what I'm saying? And you have to have like musicians that love to play, because it always comes out in the music. So, Joy, when did you start with music?
Wow. I started when I was a kid. My dad used to collect instruments, and so we had a horn in the closet, and I picked up the horn. It was a trombone.
Okay.
And I've been playing since I was, 8, 9 years old.
The trombone.
Yeah. So I've been playing for 30 years.
30 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So 39,
Yeah.
huh?
Yeah.
30 years. Okay, so you was just playing by ear as a kid.
And then eventually my elementary school they actually had a music program, and I actually did learn like the proper way how to read and do all that stuff. Played in orchestra all through junior high school, jazz band orchestra with all that stuff. Playing trombone.
And you know it's crazy because they had cut off the music programs in Los Angeles, and I too remember I had a music class. I played the clarinet.
Yeah.
It's crazy. But it was a blessing that musical outlet.
I actually think my class was like the last class that you should even have that in the school that I was at. So, yeah.
Okay, so tell us where you're from.
I'm from here. My family's from Belize.
So you were, man, the man done tricked me, okay? So you really, I was thinking you was like me, American, and you just let it think. You Belizean. That's why when you come to the other stuff, you be on the other stuff too, like, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Trust me, playing with Daddy Tracy, I know what I'm doing.
Belizean musicians we're tricky, man, because we could play some stuff outside of what you think we could play.
Right, because it's the speed and the limit and the length of time. You got to be able to keep up.
Yeah. And we're exposed to all different types of stuff,
Right.
We grew up listening to, my first band that I was in was a soca band.
Okay.
It's called Belizean Gold, and it was a band that my dad was in, and a bunch of older Belizean guys that I grew up around. They're like all my uncles, and I grew up playing soca music.
Okay. So you was here?
Yeah.
Okay, so you grew up here?
Yeah.
Okay. And your family was musicians. Was there any
Just
artists?
my dad.
Oh, just your dad?
Yeah.
Okay, then just your dad.
Yeah.
So he just was a musician too?
He played a little bit of drums and he sang a little bit, and he was in the band, and I just came up around that whole lifestyle of like, they would have like Park Fest here, or Key Fest for, Belize Independence, stuff like that.
Hey, would you ever at one of the festivals at the Dorsey Park?
Oh yeah.
Like I always tell the story. Was you there at a time? I don't know. Let me see.
I can tell you right now. Yes. I can tell you right now. Yeah.
Let me see. I was there. I always tell the story because I was young. I remember when Daddy Tracy was performing and a lady threw some big draws on stage.
Yes.
Was you there?
Yes.
Are you my witness?
Yes. Yeah. Matter of fact, it was probably that band that backed him up.
Really?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Because I know that the Belizean Gold had backed him up before, so.
Yeah, man, I always tell that story because I was like, it was some big draws and he grabbed him and held him up and he put him in his pocket. Yo, I never forget this. I said, I know I ain't lying. I know I saw this man. The lady threw some big draws at him and he was cool.
I was probably on the stage or playing under the stage or something. So,
oh, God. Yeah. Okay, so when you was in school, like, how did you get to the next instrument?
I just from playing trombone, I think I just mess around at school, like in high school and junior high. You know, instruments are just lying around, you know, in the band room or whatever. And then just like, as a kid, you don't think consciously that, oh, that's hard or whatever. You just pick it up and you play it.
And you try, especially if you see somebody else do it.
Yeah, and like that's how I just started to play trumpet and trombone like in bands professionally. And it wasn't hard to me until somebody told me it was hard. You know?
So is that the only instrument? I mean,
I play drums too.
Do you play the drums too?
Yeah, I'm a drummer.
I see you on the drums.
Yeah, I play drums too.
Wait, did I see you on the drums before?
Probably, maybe.
I'm thinking. Look, I saw a video. I wasn't sure if that was you though. And you was singing, performing out in front of the band. It was Keith and Yard style somewhere. And you was like, yes, let me hear y'all. Was that you? I know that you sing and I know you do your thing, but
it's not
coming
in
the front, yeah. You was like, yeah, let me see y'all. Let me hear you say it. And I was like, I kept watching the video. I was like, I don't know, is that true? Because it was from afar. Yeah. But I was like, that's Keith Yards. I said, that's his band. And I was like, it looked like you, and you was moving. I said, I don't even know you can move that good. I'm telling you, look, you was like, from one side, then you turn around, you look at the band, you was a professional artist, and I was like, is that Trey for real? I'm gonna ask him.
It's not something I like to do. It's just like, I guess you could say I'm a born performer because when you have to, you just have to.
You have to.
You know? That's how singing came along.
I was saying, well, tell us about the singing, because
singing came along.
People don't know.
It's like you hired a band and it's a budget first of all,
right?
And it's like, oh, we're gonna pay you, $400 or whatever, and it's like, oh, we can't afford to hire a singer, and then everybody has to come together and like sing a couple tunes, and that's it.
Okay.
That's how it happened. It's like
well, I got a tune. I've been kind of practicing. It probably can work.
Yeah. Well, not even practice.
Oh, you just
go for it. Go for it. It's like, okay, well.
Because you know what, if the band is hella good, sometimes the singer.
Yeah.
I mean, none of that, but I'm just saying that.
Definitely.
When the band is woo, sometimes the singer, you don't worry about the singer no more. But that drummer hitting, certain stuff, you be like, Okay, so when did you learn the keyboards though? Like, what to play?
I learned the keyboards actually. So when I got to college, I went to Santa Monica College to study music actually.
Okay.
And I was in the jazz band and I was in the music program. And when you major in music, you have to take piano. Like you have to take beginner's piano. And so that's how that happened. So I took like a couple of semesters of beginner's piano.
What made you like, because piano is your...
Now it is, yeah. It's well, the same band I was playing with, Belize Gold.
Belize Gold.
Yeah. I think the keyboard player had quit, I think. And we were showing up to rehearsals and there was no keyboard player. And I was learning at that point.
So this is where you're learning piano?
Yeah.
You already was in the band?
Yeah.
Just from being around music?
But playing horns.
I
was playing trumpet actually.
Okay.
And so I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna, I know a couple little chords here and there. And then my ear was pretty good, so I could pick up the music fast.
Okay.
So then I started playing the songs and rehearsing every week, and it just happened. I learned the whole set, and I was playing keys. That was it.
This man is bad. Let me tell y'all, when it comes to these keys, woo! He turned your little band into a whole party. If it's 2 people there, you be thinking 20 in there. And he be playing out here, woo, woo. You be like looking around. He put all the little adjectives to the music. I'm telling you, when you get him, you get a big band in itself, him alone, trust me. When it's the extra little noises and all that, what made you go to that part, to have that in there?
It's I don't know, it's just a vibes that I call it, It's just like, and then seeing where other people were lacking.
Mm-hmm.
Like I know a lot of musicians that they just get into their zone of playing how they used to play and, a little lazy and just like whatever and kind of treat a gig like it's whatever.
Right.
But like, for me, I was always at the point where it's like, I'm not the best, but I gotta like play like I'm the best.
Right.
I have to like give a good effort and go all out every time I do it. So like you said, you see me at a backyard party.
I'm over here excited because I'm listening, because y'all don't know. When he's playing, you guys, I'm just looking at yourself. When he's playing and he busts a solo, it's never overbearing to what's going on. It's just so pretty. You just be like, woo. If you really pay attention to music and you love music, live music, And when you hear all the instruments doing their thing and they playing good, but when you hear the finesse sneak in, you're like, what? Andre, for real, he's bad like that. You know, we have to give those the props who's supposed to get props. And he's one of those where he makes the thing so beautiful, no matter where you're playing at or what's what. Okay? So that band, okay, like how old were you when you was like, I'm part of a band? Like how old was that first?
Probably like 17, 16. And then, yeah, and that same band, we started backing like international artists, people from Trinidad, people from the islands, so I started traveling, you know, at 17, 18, 19, you know, going out of the country, stuff like that.
Yeah, so what was the first place you went to? Look at this, you better tell us, boy.
First place, first island was St. Kitts.
St. Kitts.
Yeah, with them. And then, yeah.
Look at doing what you love. Like, yeah. I mean, you knew you loved music at that time, right?
Oh, that was the moment, yeah. And it was a big music festival, and I was playing trumpet, and it was a local St. Kitts artist. Her name is Pat Ross. She's like the national treasure, their biggest singer, and she has a song. It's like an old country and western song, but it has a trumpet solo. And I was there, and I had to like play this big trumpet solo in front of thousands and thousands.
So you already was like with big stars right out the gate.
It was just big pressure too, though.
Right. Okay.
You know,
how did you deal with the pressure? Like, what is the thing that you do with that nerves?
It's funny because at that point, as a kid, like you're not even thinking about it.
Okay. You just
like,
do what you do.
Yeah, you're just having fun. You just do what you do, and I knew what I could do on the horn at that point, and it was fine.
Yeah.
And it just goes from there, I guess.
Yeah, somebody asked me before too, like if I ever get nervous. If I'm paying attention to other people, I could probably feel nervous. But if I'm doing the vibe that I like and I'm like in a loving vibration, or if I'm just sharing what I know, I'm totally having fun. The scared part is not what they're gonna say. No, they don't want me. I'm gonna do it. If I'm doing what I like to do and I know how to do it, then they gotta take what I give them. You can like it or you don't like it, but the nerve thing come from other people being nervous to what they're trying to, you know, portray. But if you being you, it's gonna come off cool every time. You know? Yeah.
And nobody could dispute that.
You being you.
Yeah.
Because we all are different. You know, it ain't gonna be the same. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a few keyboardists here in Los Angeles that's the bomb. Andre. George, isn't it George, right?
Yeah,
George and Michael Hyde. Like it could be some other ones, you know, that's bad too. I can't say, you know, everybody else. I can't speak on everybody else right now. They're not coming to mind. But the ones that I know that work often and people request for sure. When it comes to the reggae scene, those three and this one, you know. George is bad too. But
I got to big up all of them guys because those guys taught me a lot.
Yeah.
Just watching them and like just teaching me a lot. Like I go to their place and they show me certain stuff, and so.
See, you guys go to their house.
Like
listen to this, okay?
Yeah, everybody has to like share the knowledge and stuff like that. When I started playing with Detour Policy, George, we went to a place and he was like, "Okay, this is the set and this is what they do," and the same thing with Michael Hyde. These guys, they all helped me. Yeah, they prepped me because I hadn't been playing for that long, you know.
Right.
And these guys, you know, have years over me, but you know, they just saw something that. That I didn't know I had.
I was just going to say that.
You know?
That is so great that they can recognize the passion for the music and make sure, because even themselves, if they can't get a gig, they probably need somebody just as strong as them that they can reach out to.
That's how it works out now. Everybody, we all help each other in gigs and stuff like that. Any one of them guys, anybody can call me right now, and they know that like I'm going to do the best I can to fill their shoes.
Have you only been doing music?
Yeah.
Man
make a living doing it.
Listen.
Right? For like the last 8 years.
Last 8 years, this man been supporting himself off of music. So you guys, you know, God is so good. Because I've seen him working, you know what I'm saying? And when you see Dre up there, listen, I can't help but keep repeating the same thing. When you see Dre up there, you know it's going dim. Let me tell you, just this past weekend, he played with Ross Rebel. You know, I don't know if you all had just put that together or whatever, the band.
Yeah.
And Fern Dog from Kento Soul was on drums. Andre was on the keys. They had somebody from
Jonathan on bass and Simcoe and
they was sounding like they was playing for years. It felt like a big concert, like a big festival, how thick the music was, the mic, I mean the drum was set up so good too, and that solo that you did, sick.
Thank you.
I was videoing, I said, oh, I was trying to, there was like, I said, oh my God, listen to Dre. It's so beautiful, you can hear the beauty and that's not easy to be playing keys and stuff, because you gotta flow, when the stuff gotta sound hard, but when you try to do the melody thing, it's gotta be, it was so beautiful.
It's gotta be tasteful.
It's gotta be tasteful. So tell me the first time that you played keys and you sang a song.
Oh man, wow.
Because I remember that time I first heard you was at Little Tokyo, and you was playing with Shaka and them, I think Shaka. Was it? Yeah, I think it was Shaka, whatever. And y'all was just like you said, the musicians was learning songs, and everybody y'all was gonna perform each song. Y'all just gonna do the show, whatever. But then he was like, "You wanna do something?" You was like, "Yeah," and you did "Waiting in Vain." I said,
"You remember that?"
Oh yes, I do. What you mean? I walked closer. You remember I went to you? I was like, I didn't know you could sing, and it was you, boy. You got a little vocal on you, boy. You was so, from the very first time. He was like real smooth with the thing, okay? And I was like, oh, Dre. So tell me, what was the first performance where you actually sung and played?
I can't remember. That has to be it, because I can't pinpoint the actual day. No.
So, and when it came to that part, was you ever nervous with that part, like the singing?
It was a little being nervous because it's like a coordination issue. Like, to try to that's why I don't try to do anything too complicated, as far as keys and singing. But that was about it. I mean, other than that, it's like me singing along to songs that I already know, like in the car and stuff, So, yeah, that's where it comes to.
He was singing that y'all don't understand. Listen, you guys. Not only is he a bad musician here in LA, but he's my friend. So, you know what I'm saying? It just, me being excited about seeing him over these years doing his thing, and here to just share some of insight of what's been going on with him and what he's done over these years. It's been great, and it's a blessing to be able to do what you love and make a living from it. And he's a prime example here in Los Angeles, where he's been playing keys and able to he got a big old truck, pay car note, pay rent.
have a wife and child.
And congratulations on your family. It's not long ago, a few years ago, he got married, and he got a son now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you got your whole. That's like how artists want to blow up and whatever, to live the dream, to be able to do what you love, have family, and take care of yourself. Whatever God has more important for you to come to, important in your life that's going to come, those are the greatest things that we are, like the number one things that you can say that we're supposed to have.
That's a success,
And you still got a long way to go still. Okay. Tell us some of these little, wait, that was your first, you said you went to St. Kitts? Is that what you said?
St. Kitts.
And then after that, the first tour where you was playing keys.
Man. It was probably when I started playing with Ika Mouse.
With Ika Mouse?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I started started traveling within the country and stuff like that, and then we did a couple things in like Puerto Rico.
You see that?
Yeah.
Look,
like that.
I seen a show with Ika Mouse. That place was.
Yeah, it's rum. Yeah.
So many people. So he was the keyboardist on the tour with Ika Mouse for a couple of years, right?
Yeah, like 2-3 years, yeah.
2-3 years. They was out there handling that business, okay, with the great Ika Mouse, big of yourself, Mr.
Bang ding ding.
Okay, Mr. Bang Ding Ding. Listen, I went to the show you guys had at the Key Club that time. It was my first time ever. If I heard of him, I didn't know, but I know, you guys was touring with him. So it was me and, I can't remember who else, but we went because I was like, you guys, because y'all was my boys, we was close. We had did some things together, I guess, at that time. But we was close, and I'm like, okay, my boys is playing, let me go up there. While I'm in there, the place was ram-packed, you guys, you hear me? This man, Ika Mouse, he a mess, but that man had, out here, I know what I saw out here, okay? This place was packed, mixed, it was a mixed race, but more white people than anything. The man came out, he said, ding dong, ding ding dong, ding ding.
Place went wild.
They went. I was looking all around, like clutching my pearls, like the people was crazy. Y'all hear me? And then when the music went down again, the next song almost sang the same to me. It was like, dum, 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 yeah. Again, I was like, what? I'm thinking something's going to change. I was like, okay. This man is killing it. Man.
Quite an experience, to say the least.
Yeah, so what was like the most craziest thing that happened on tour with him? Like,
oh, I can't say.
Yes, well, what is something that shocked you out that wasn't too? You know,
man.
that was a new thing, and then it's a diss artist.
Well, with him, he's like the rock and roll star of the reggae world.
Right.
You know, like whenever you perform, there's people on stage.
Right.
Like tons of people.
Around, yeah.
Yeah, you know, it's just people dancing, women dancing on stage, on you and unplugging your instruments. So they upset me a lot. You know, knocking over your instruments and stuff like that, or people drinking and doing various things on stage. So that's what it was a lot of, with him. You know, it was rock star vibes.
Hey, tell me something. Didn't anybody try to, break in and sneak on the bus?
Sneaking on the bus? I don't know about that. I actually think that was before me. The band before me with him.
So the groupies was trying to go with y'all.
yeah. I mean, but that was his thing, It's like, yeah.
So, for yourself, what did you get out of that? Like,
it was, like I went through all of that stuff, and I just took it as it was, like nothing surprises me,
But you were
I was a young man.
Young man, but you're a musician. Like I'm saying, as far as the whole setup of you're on a tour and you're making money to take care of yourself. It's like, did it really hit you at that point? Or was it a time before you was like, I'm a traveling musician? I'm like,
Yeah, I don't know, because even at that time when I was working with Ecomals, I was still working. At one point, I had like 3 jobs. I was working, and I was like, and we would do these runs like on the weekends.
Right.
And then eventually they became more frequent, so we had to go during the week. So then I let go one job, because the other jobs were a little bit more flexible, and then I let go another job.
So the money was good.
It was good. I mean, when you're working throughout the week, it's just like a regular job, It's like you're working 4 days out the week or whatever. You're traveling and driving from here to here and there, this hotel, that hotel. So it's work,
But at least when you ain't work, you can take a break when you want to, okay?
Yeah, kind of when you want to, but yeah. Tour life ain't for everybody, though.
I know, right?
It's rough.
That's rough. And wait, let me just share something with you. Your wife, you guys I saw that, you guys were young together, so it was from school days.
From junior high.
From junior high.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
But we weren't together since junior high.
I know, but I'm saying know her.
But we've known her, for
so
25 years.
With her knowing you, she know that music thing was the party. That's the part I said,
she doesn't know me as anything else but a musician. So
she know that's how you do it. And the love of the music. What is the greatest thing from the music that you get, like, for yourself? What does it do for you?
It's definitely a release of, like, because most of the times I'm not the most talkative person or expressive, but it definitely is. You get those moments where you're just like, yeah, okay, I feel good after that gig, or after that rehearsal, or even after like practicing or producing, making music. You get a good feeling about it. So.
It's just like when you can do the things that you love, just like how people, like, a person will go in on you to go get a drink or a smoke. They be like, hold on, listen. They be like, I got to do this. Or I'll be like, for real? But when the love of music have that same kind of where it's satisfying when you want to do it and you got to do it and you get it out and it's how you want it to be done. So beautiful.
Because honestly, there's times where you don't want to do it. When you feel like you
when
want
it feel
to
like work, huh?
Yeah, definitely.
But it feel like
that's
work.
The next thing that people don't realize. It's like sometimes when you see me on these gigs, I'm pulling all the energy to get through the gig, and it's probably not enjoyable. But that's part of being like a professional, It's like, I was telling somebody maybe a while ago that I did a gig with, and the sound was messed up, and I was like, more times it's gonna be messed up.
Right.
More times something's gonna happen, or this is not gonna sound right, or the venue, or whatever, something's gonna happen. But that's what makes the good shows good.
Right, because if nobody know and you get there.
And nobody will ever know, and like, when you have those really good shows, then you're gonna be like,
can you remember one of the shows where after you guys was done, like the vibe of the people, do you ever get energy from them to be like how happy they was with it helped you? Like when you was like, yo.
Yeah, It's a couple. I think the first show I did with Barrington Levy when I played with Detroit Posse, and
y'all hear that? Barrington, I told y'all.
Yeah, it was the first show, and it was like it was something quick, and we had to go to Trinidad, and like I had like minimal rehearsal, and they had just given me the music, and
to Trinidad, y'all.
Yeah, and we killed that show.
Killed
Killed that show. Yeah, a couple other shows too. I worked with a Ghanaian artist named Rocky Dawoodi, and we went to Germany.
Oh, what's his name? The guy from here?
Rocky Dawoodi, yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
he lives here. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a bad dude.
Yeah, he's another one.
Bad.
And his following, like in Europe and stuff like that, is huge. And we did a show in Germany, and it was like this venue looked like a circus tent, but it was rammed full of people, and it was hot and sweaty and steamy, and people were just asking for more after every single song.
Do you see how the music is medicine for so many people?
Yeah, and you don't even understand it until you see it, you know? So it's like, you know, it's kinds of things, those are magic. I have one picture from that show, and like I'm like drenched in sweat and all that stuff, and people were just going crazy. It's like, oh man, all right.
They need it. They need it, okay?
Yeah.
Look, I remember, let me tell you, when I used to be watching, like you see how people overseas react to when Michael Jackson, like, he don't even hit the stage, and they be like, oh my God. And I be like, they want it so bad that the way he put music across, and for people to get the way he said, the lyrics, how it lay, they so want it so bad that they would just instantly start crying because they're so thankful of his gift. Yeah. Let me just share, one time, I was with Shaka and him, and we was at the airliner, and I had sang one of these songs, this song that I had worked on actually with Shaka, and it was like two girls right at the front, and the girl was crying, and I'm singing, like, you know, I had my eyes closed, I opened up a little bit, and I looked, and I was like, well, and I kept on singing, but I was just thinking that maybe she was drunk. The girl came over and was like, I love that. From whatever she was going through, whatever, that feeling made me understand sometimes, like, I love music, I love all music, and the way people come across their lyrics, and even how the music is played. So I pay attention to the music all inside now. It's just not just the song alone. Sometimes I'm listening to the drummer, me. It's something with me. Or sometimes I'm listening to the keyboardist only. It's something about that. But to know that this girl, she came up to me and was just like, I love your lyrics. It made me really be like, this music it really showed me the music is the medicine, for real.
And the power in it, yeah, definitely.
The power in the music. And some of the local artists that you played for again? You said,
I can't remember, man.
Back in the UK, from the Belizeans, you said, I think Michael Wagner.
Yeah, Michael Wagner. I started out with him, and big up all them guys, Bobby B, and Rasta Children, that band.
Rasta Children.
Zebo. Man, it's a lot. I can't. I'm sorry if I'm leaving everybody else. Yeah.
We just shared a little insight. Do you know, even as far as the growth of the reggae community, like, you're part of it? Like,
well, yeah. Well, the thing is, so I've heard the '90s was the heyday of the whole reggae explosion in LA, and I've missed that, you know. But
but as far as the musicians, I'm saying as far as the musicianship, because it was good for everything, I guess, the live reggae and you know, but the growth still, there's not a lot of real working musicians in reggae in Los Angeles. And far as, you know, you're in that tier of those guys, you know what I'm saying, where it grew over the years and you was there riding the little wave of, you know, so you're part of that, you know what I'm saying. Don't take nothing away from that bad boy, cause Andre Morris, okay? It's definitely a part of, you know what I'm saying, Los Angeles reggae community, and one of our, you know, we have to, you know, they have those, the artists from different towns, and they used to be like, yeah, hey, Andre Morris from LA, don't trip, he's one of ours, okay? He done been over there, what you say with Barrington Levy?
Yeah.
Okay, he done been touring all over the place, okay? I understand the Jamaican musicians, we love you so much, y'all bad, but out of LA, he done been around a few places. Andre Morris, you guys. We here with Andre Morris, the music link, one of LA's hottest musicians, y'all. Okay, so let's talk about the Kingston Yard style. Now, how did that band start? How, you know, what
Wow.
do you?
It formed, you know, Stokely, the bass player. He, I think I somehow met him through another gig. I can't remember how, and he needed a keyboard player, and we just actually, you know, he's another one that I owe a lot to, as far as like learning how the music goes.
Okay.
You know, we used to go to
he's a good artist.
He's a great musician.
He's,
you know?
he's good.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, I think people
Stokely, yeah.
slept on him or something because that last show that we did at the Fay Dodos with Irie.
See, I forgot about that.
Oh, yeah, look back. Listen, you know I'm OG around this bad boy.
Wow.
And did you see how good he performed?
Yeah.
With just the mic. He didn't have no instrument with him. Yeah. I have it actually. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna put it up on the music link. Wow. I'm gonna put it under my thing because I have, you know, me. I was been recording from people from way back when, and I said that I'm gonna go in my archives and bring them back and just put them up, everything that I got. But Stokely performed the song that he performed. I remember it was beautiful, and he performed so good. Me and my homeboy Papa Nigel, we was blown away. We was like, we forgot how good Stokely is. Yeah. That performance was out of this world, and we hadn't seen him in so long. So for him to come back like that, I was totally blown away. Crowd participation. He was very, you know, into everybody in the band vibes, and he was full of it. Yeah.
So when you ask where I get that from, part of it is like from seeing him do that, you know, working out musically with him, and doing stuff like that, and picking up on them type of vibes. You know?
Yeah, that confidence and just.
Yeah, and it's just that like stage presence or whatever, you know.
Yeah. Yeah,
you're a musician, but you can still do this
still
too.
Have your vibe.
Yeah.
I know, because you do it, boy. When you started, you listen, this man. I'm telling y'all. I have to say this because I'm proud of you. You know what I'm saying? I mean, proud. It's been years and years, but your thing don't fall off. It just get greater. You know what I'm saying? It get greater and greater. So because of me as a person who, you know, I enjoy myself. I'm right into the wheels fall off. God got me here. I'm right into the wheels fall off. I'm not waiting for no lottery to hit for me to start living. I'm in the now. I've always been in the now, and I'm thankful for that consciousness. But when I'm there and I'm listening to the music, you can hear certain stuff like, he does things to make the music sound. He like if the singers, there's an open place there, he fills it in with some good sound effects, and it's just so perfect. And you be like thinking something, and it'd be like a little hole right there. Then he just comes with some, put it on. You be like, woo! This is me. I was like, yes, Andre. I was like, Andre, only because as soon as you be listening, not only you just play what you play, but you pay attention to everything as a good package.
You have to.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't lying, right? I know what I'm talking about, right?
No. And also, I gotta give you credit too, because you come up to me at certain times and be like, you guys are struggling tonight. Oh, yeah. So, which I appreciate. And I would agree with
like,
you.
Listen, yeah, what's happening up in here? The sound. Look, because you know, I'll be honest, okay? Exactly. I'm like, what they doing up in here? Because we, Los Angeles, our artists, we love you guys, but sometimes they be paying attention to other things instead of making sure everything's together as a whole. And you know, they're very passionate, but you want your package. You don't want one part to look good. You want your whole package together. You know, you be trying to figure out the gig and I'm making sure that you got somebody that's going to be what you call it again, the controlling the sound, sound man. And you know but
it's all these different factors that people don't think about when they putting on a show or becoming an artist and stuff like that. It's not easy.
It's not easy, you know. And LA, we've had our little run. We've had a lot of good stuff here, and it wasn't documented well. So that's why here with the Music Inc., I'm trying to make sure we share. I'm trying to share what I can. I can't be at every event. I won't be at every event, but the ones that I am, I try to share because I want everybody to know that as far as the reggae community go, and the conscious community, and Caribbean, whatever it is, that the stuff that I love, that in Los Angeles, we have it going on and they do exist. Because you can go on the YouTube, wherever, and you can see different places, different whatever, and we done have big shows, you know, Sister Nancy, we have big, our stuff is big, but it ain't documented. And they have people recording it. I was like, what they do, record it and put it in their backyard? You know what I'm saying? Because there's been shows where I remember seeing a video, man, but where's the video? You know, everybody who got their videos, their archives, throw them up. Because Los Angeles, we've had some major good shows here.
People just act like it don't happen.
They act like it don't happen.
I was there. I knew it happened.
Yeah, that's what I said too. I'll be like, what? And honestly, Wait, okay, so you guys are the residents, Kingston Yard Style Band. Big up yourself, Duck.
Duck, Sparrow.
Sparrow.
John McKnight. All
Yeah,
that's
big up y'all, you know.
Yeah,
Y'all was doing y'all thing because I'm telling you, Kingston Yard Style was the band for a minute. I'm telling you, you know what I'm saying? Because y'all both have vibe. And Dougie, you know, his edge, street edge, like what?
It just worked, you know? It's just like you said, it was a vibe. It's like we just, when we all clicked, there's no stopping us.
Yeah.
You know, like really,
and y'all don't have that energy where, you know, you got to smoke for an hour, you got to, you know,
it's
wait.
business.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all was handling that business, and it was good. And I love to see Doug when he used to be about that business. You know, you can see when he a fun guy, but when it's time for focus, he be like, let's go, ready to go. You know what I'm saying? Pick up yourself, Doug. Okay, so before the pandemic, what was you playing at? Wait, no. Where you guys have a residency at before?
Well,
wasn't y'all playing somewhere regularly?
Well, I play with Detour Posse now,
okay.
And we were playing at the Lighthouse in Hermosa every Wednesday.
Okay, every Wednesday.
Like every other Sunday.
You guys, every Wednesday and every other Sunday, Detour Posse. Yeah, this is him, okay?
By the way, I think they're bringing that back. On June
20th.
Sunday, yeah.
I was like, I don't know if I'm working that day, but I'm going to have to leave work early just to get a little piece of that, because Detour Posse, boy, y'all are easy at all, boy. Trust me. What's his name again on the drums?
Zebby.
Zebby, let me tell you, your passion in this game, boy. You just keep pushing. I remember them way back when with Doc Eye, you know what I'm saying? Doing that thing. And what's the other singer name? Kataka. You know what I'm saying? When they was right here at the Savoy, that was good.
Yeah, I was there, yeah.
That's why you sure was there. I'm on the edge, your foot hanging.
I was in
Jay,
Savoy
you've been a lot of places working, man.
Yeah.
Pick up yourself. I'm telling you, the man make money for a living doing what he loves, gigging.
Not that much money, but I make money.
But I'm just saying, he's able to do what he loves. It's possible. And in the reggae, because people act like the reggae, you know, they act like you can't do it, but you know, if you practice it, and how did you know that you was up to the standard when it came to certain artists? Because you play with big artists, like, you know, you could be intimidated. They've been with like really OG musicians from Jamaica, and you know.
I mean, you at any level you can counter that. You know, it's just people have a certain way they deal with things and themselves, and like. I just learned how to deal with it. I've been doing it for too long that I know how to deal with certain personalities and what's going on. And like I've played different styles of music at different points. Like coming out of high school and going into college, I was like a jazz musician.
Okay, so
and I was in that
jazz.
You know, and then after like in the middle of that, I played salsa for a long time, for like 4 years, playing in every salsa band in LA as a horn player. You know, so that was a different thing in itself.
Right. That format is so.
Yeah, it's completely different, and I did it. You know, so I have something to compare it to. Right. And here, at least playing keys, I make a little bit more money because horn players, you know, people don't hire horn players as much.
Right. True.
So that was another defining factor of why I had to switch over to playing keys, because like. Getting $50 a gig on a salsa gig when it's like 15 people in the band and
that part I know, because you got all the main musicians and you guys come in for a couple of
yeah. So it was like kind of weighing my options up. I was like, yeah, go play keys, you know, and invest in that, you know, invest some time in that.
Did you start off with the do you play like this, right?
I can play either way, yeah.
Okay, because I know you with the two. Did you start off with one, or did you just hit the band with the two thing?
No, definitely playing with one. Then you build up your coordination, and you know, you start.
What is when you play the two key? You know, break that down for some of us who don't know. What is that?
For most in the reggae field, it's like most of the time the bottom keyboard is going to be like your piano, or your organ if you have it split. Like I have it split, and then you have like other things that you have to play because. In that type of music, you're the guy. Like they're not hiring horn players,
right? So you
have to play all of that.
Okay.
You have to play every single thing you hear on the record.
Okay.
You know, so that's what I'm saying. It's like you have to like your mind has to be clear in what you're doing, and you know, that's why when you say I play certain things because when I hear music I don't hear it like that. You can't have like dead time. You know, there's always something going on.
Right.
Whether you notice it or not, there's something going on, and I have to feel that in.
Oh, you know what? See that, and y'all hear me? I'm a mess. I'm talking about you can hear noise. He's doing this. He's really the band.
Not
exactly.
To an extent, but
what I'm saying is that okay, you got the main thing going on the keyboard, dun, 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 and then like the horns might come in.
Yeah.
So you come down with the other keyboard
yeah.
and bum bum
Yeah.
bum bum. See, I'm
And then go back to playing something else, and then like
when I'm hearing these different sounds come out, look, it's Andre.
Yeah, it's like you really have to have like 8 hands to play all the parts, but like
you
just
fill it in the best you can.
Yeah, you do the best you can. Sometimes all the parts, and that's the thing. Like you said, we're dealing with somebody, the artist, and like you get to a rehearsal, you learn all the music, and this one part that you didn't learn is the one that they want you to play. And it's like you look at them, it's like, bro, I only have 2 hands. Like,
but you know what? It's crazy because I say it's a handicap. Because me, I've had songs where I'll listen, and Lady Jared too. There's a certain part that you listen to the song where it leads you.
Yeah.
Or you pay attention to that more where it keeps you in the pocket. And then if you didn't practice that part, they over there like, what?
Yeah, they're tired about it. But then that's when like you're being a professional kicks in.
You figure out how to work
and
it
you
out.
figure out how to play it on the spot.
Yeah,
and that's it.
That's why he's Andre Morris, one of LA's hottest keyboard players. He's going on tour with some of the majors. You hear what I'm saying? He's been on tour with Iker Mouse, Barrington Levy. Did you play with Punta Banta?
No.
Who else is it? Somebody else I know. Did you play with? Who else? Did you play with?
I can't remember the people I played.
I know it's so many people. It's somebody else I know. Did you play? I think it was at the
You can go down the line.
Fay Dodos.
You can go.
I mean, not Fay Dodos, at Los Globos. Somebody came in to tell me you played with him. I think it was Jesse Royal.
Yeah, we played with Jesse Royal.
Okay, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Lady B, give me a few minutes too. It's right here, Jesse Royal.
Played with Frankie Paul. Played with Judy Mowatt.
Listen what the man said. He's played with Judy Mowatt, Frankie
Lee Scratch
Paul,
Perry.
Lee Scratch
I
Perry.
went on the road with him.
He went on the road with him. You see this blessed musician right here?
It's sad that I can't
it's so
remember
crazy
some people.
because those things were for you.
Yeah,
you know
exactly,
what I'm saying?
Exactly, yeah.
You know, we do things here, and though it might be like minor to some people, those are major accomplishments as musicians, where you practice to be able to do what you love and get paid decently to play for major artists who people love. You know what I'm saying? Like how I have to look at like reggae artists in a way of how they like our Beyonces, our Jay-Z's.
Yeah, definitely.
Those are them. Like when you start naming these artists, they're that top of the line for the reggae community or the reggae industry. And he's been able to go and perform with them, be a part of their package of bringing good music to the people, and it's a blessing, you know.
Yeah, it is.
It's a blessing. I was talking to Lady Jared about we've done like a lot of different things over the years, and if we was to sit back and talk about, like I'm sharing sort of stuff, but she don't even remember.
Yeah.
I was like, you played with the Scatterlights.
Yeah.
I was like, we stayed back around for Lord Brown.
Mm-hmm.
We performed at Bob Marley Day, UCLA, the Reggae Festival.
These are big deals, man. You forget about them. Yeah.
I know. She was like, girl, I couldn't remember none of that stuff. I was like, lady, what?
Yeah.
We was turning up, okay?
Yeah.
What a blessing. Even one time I opened up for Sister Nancy. I was like, that's my friend. But she like, Lady B, you gonna sing a song? I was like, eh?
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's Sister Nancy. But I opened up for her. I can say that, you know?
Yeah.
But it was for me. I really realized that was for me. It ain't for everybody, and that's a blessing to do what you like to do and do it to a level. You know what I'm saying? That would be considered big if people was to highlight it real tough.
Mm-hmm.
It take a lot of work to get to those positions.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To be requested, like for it to be an artist is like a Jay-Z, Michael Jackson, whatever, and to get requested for that call, Andre, we got Barrington here. To know that you can handle it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, definitely.
Blessing.
Yeah, all those things. I'll tell you a story about that. Is that I was playing with Detour Posse, and I think, matter of fact, we had just come back from Trinidad, and we had another show scheduled, another tour scheduled for Barrington in Hawaii, and we came back for one day in LA, and we were about to go back to the airport. We were just here for one day, come back, go home, clean up, clean the clothes, and leave the night. And we found out that Barrington didn't get his visa or something, and he couldn't go to Hawaii. So we're at the airport, and we're going to a show. We're like, what are we gonna do? And so Zebby gets on the phone, and a couple of other guys get on the phone, and they work out with the promoter to get Half Pint. So
He
now,
don't play for half
yeah.
pint,
So now we have to learn half pint music
That
on the
quick.
plane.
On the plane?
Yeah.
Oh, see, you gotta know notes. You gotta know the notes.
It's like go to your iPod, whatever, and get as much as you can, and you're just listening, and
Okay, how did that work though? Okay, how did that work? You to learn the songs, okay. You listen to the songs.
mm-hmm.
That means you gotta know music, right?
Yes.
So when they say A-G, you write that down.
Yeah. Some people write it down.
Or you just remember.
At that point, I have to
Phrases.
remember it because if I don't have it, then I don't have it. You
Okay.
know. So
Yeah.
that's my way of retaining it.
Okay.
It's,
Y'all sit around each other and did how many songs did y'all play?
it's a full set, so it's like what, a 90-minute
Damn.
set. So it's like 12 songs, 15 songs. It's like yeah.
But the thing is, you familiar with some of his work.
Yeah,
right?
that's
what makes
the
it different.
that's the easy thing. But then it's like you get to the point of like,
intricate.
making arrangements and doing this on this song and doing that on that song. You have to be conscious of all of that.
Was y'all able to rehearse when you got there?
I don't. Yes, I think we did. Like the day before a gig.
See?
I think so.
What
Like
a
we did like a
blessing.
2-hour rehearsal.
You know, out of town performing and
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Andre
And
Bigger
that
is a-
same thing happened again. We went to Virgin Islands, and we got to the Virgin Islands, and Barrington couldn't make it for some reason, and we had to get Wayne Wonder. And we backed up Wayne Wonder. It's the same thing.
I told y'all, everybody, a lot of musicians. This man.
All of this last minute stuff, though.
Look, he can remember all of them, but we keep talking,
Yeah,
pulling them
yeah,
out.
they're coming out,
We're
they're coming out,
pulling
yeah.
them out. This is such a bless. Like, look, you even bigger than how I'm seeing you, okay? And when I say that, it's just a blessing. You know what I'm saying?
It's quite a ride.
It's such a blessing for me to come from our little community here and to go over there and share the music to those levels with the people there. You know, that passport is looking wicked, huh?
Yeah. I finished one, so.
What? You see it? Pick up yourself, Andre. You know we love you here, though. When we see you, like, you know, some of the queens, you know, me, I'm definitely, you know, when I see you guys, I would come like, bless up. I break my neck to make sure I give y'all the help because we all family.
Yeah.
And I see you, I know what you're doing. So I just like, yeah, man, keep it up, you know.
Appreciate
That's
it.
all. You see me, I always make sure I come through. I was reaching my hand. Really,
and I know it's you too, yeah.
You know, coming to say, keep up the good work, y'all do y'all thing. We enjoyed ourselves, the thing was hot, because it's work. And anytime when people are doing stuff, it's never just the artist. It's always a package deal.
Yeah.
Because of your story come through the music too. Like, even though you're playing it for him, it's still your vibration. It's still your body. It's still you. And you're doing your part, you know, and it's work too. You know what I'm saying? It's work too. So I always appreciate all the musicians, you know what I'm saying? I just like, you guys made it happen. Because when the music sounds good, before the singer or whoever grabbed that mic, the music is already beautiful.
Yeah.
People are already rocking and captivating.
Yeah.
And you guys is the ones who do it, you know what I mean? So it's so beautiful, you know. And let's see. If there's any other musicians that's out there doing their thing, you know, what is some advice you can give them far as being patient to your craft and for everything?
Definitely being patient to your craft, and a big thing that I've worked on and still work on is like not trying to compare yourself to other people.
Right.
That's like a deep hole to get yourself out of. But I mean, like
that's
I said
that
before,
men thing. Something y'all.
It is. No, it is.
Yeah.
It is definitely. But it's especially now with like social media and stuff like that. You can like, I watch like on my Instagram. I watch musicians all day long from all over the world, just like killing.
Right.
And I'm just like looking at them like I could never, you know. But
you are you.
I can do what I can do,
you
know, and they can't necessarily do that. So that's part of the battle. So just kind of, you know, get it within yourself, you know, do it that way, because if you try to compare yourself to somebody else, you're never going to win that way.
Yeah, I used to think that if I didn't have church hums
yeah.
behind my voice, I was like, you don't know how to sing.
Yeah.
I used to think that, you know how to sing. But I've seen singers who don't know how to sing, but you know how to deliver something.
Yeah. Or perform.
You know, I perform really good, you know.
Connect with the audience, all that
Exactly.
stuff, you know?
And it's them being them.
Yeah.
That's when people pay for a certain thing, you can't get there and start doing something different. Because they paid for what they saw, or they wanted you, they requested you for whatever you was doing.
Yeah.
You know, when people want to change it up, if they see somebody else watching all the competition, mess up the whole thing. It's like, just be you.
And at that point, it's not you. It's,
right.
Yeah. And then the other thing I would say is that, like, like you know said this too. It's like this is also a business. This is something I do for work,
Right.
and I take seriously. So there's a thing like we call musicianship, and that's outside of playing. Like the actual physical playing is being prepared,
Right.
showing up, having a good attitude.
Right.
You know, because that's the downfall of a lot of great
Right.
people that you know, that we all know. It's just like, you know, oh, that guy doesn't show up on time. You know, that's the
You
type
know
of
what?
thing.
A thing I had a friend who
You know?
told me that he doesn't drink or smoke
Yeah.
because he's like he's working.
Yeah,
And
that was probably me.
It threw me back
Yeah.
because I was like, he was so serious. It was like a pride thing about it. He said, I'm at work. He said,
Yeah.
do you drink on your job? I was like, no, but I was saying a lot of people who could be better with certain stuff
Mm-hmm.
need to come from that point of view.
Mhm.
You know, what about, okay, like, I've had some musician friends, I love them to death, where it was a situation where I was asking them to come and perform for something, and it wasn't a lot of money, and they were just like, no, but I'm like, this situation is a situation where you guys haven't been playing, but it highlights you to let people know that you're available.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what would you say about those gigs? There's some to pick and choose from, but should you just say no? Like,
I
you need
mean,
to be open for that at least, right?
yeah, definitely be open for it. I've done my fair share of it, and
Okay,
I
that's what I'm
continue
trying to hear.
But it's definitely like a
Give, take.
like I have to make a decision, you know, because at the end of the day, like I said, I have a family.
But you
and I can't lose.
passed that now, but I'm saying because you're
No,
a
well, no,
musician.
like if you would ask me to do something for you, I would do it. But it's
Aw.
like, you know, certain people it's
Y'all
like
hear that? No, but I'm just saying, I know, but there's musicians out there that hasn't been playing for a while, and they're like, I don't touch nothing unless I get this. But I'm like, you guys are not playing. It's like,
Yeah.
there's certain people who need you now, but if you don't put yourself in a
Yeah.
position for them to know that you're still working, why would they be willing to work with you or even request you? Because I know some good musicians, and sometimes they don't give. They won't give, but
Yeah.
then they just a good musician just right there.
Yeah, in the
And
house.
I was like, I was like, man, and it's crazy. I know, you know, some
It
people
comes down
are
to
old
being
school.
humble too.
Yeah.
It's just like you're saying, just understanding where you come from and how you got there and all of this stuff, and being grateful for that. And then like you do have to give back at some point, you know.
I think too, some of them disconnected with understanding that their music is a gift too,
Yes.
and you know, sometimes you have to share your gift to be blessed,
Exactly.
and God will bless you. Like, you know, this artist, I was managing. We went and did a show, and they was like, they're gonna give him this amount of money. He was cool with it. We went on and did what we did. We was okay with it. After he was done, the promoter, everybody loved him so much. The promoter came over and like, hold this,
Yeah. Yeah.
put
yeah.
some extras on
Yeah.
it,
Yeah.
because we was okay with what was going on,
Yeah.
and because it was. I was like, you see what I'm saying?
Sometimes all you need is a willing heart, and it'll pay off eventually. Even if it doesn't pay off at this particular moment,
Right.
it'll happen at some point, you know. So you know, and I don't go into things thinking about that.
Right.
But as long as I'm not at a major loss for something, then it's cool, you know.
Right.
It's like you're not physically taking money out my pocket. I'm cool, you know.
Right. Well, you know, this is Lady B, you guys. The Music Link. We're here with Andre Morris, one of LA's hottest musician, keyboardist. He done toured with some of the majors, okay? And I just want to take this time to just really personally say, well, you've been doing that. You did that and keep doing that.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying?
You've been there for quite a while, so you've seen the progression. You see me from the bottom.
Man, I'm telling you, and you deliver, like, even with different sets of men, I'll be like, Andre, I'm with this bad boy. And I'm telling you, it just be so good. I'll be so happy because I'll be like, you know, I'm a mess, huh?
No, it's like it's just the randomness of like how musicians are. Like you'll pop up at a gig and
I'll be there. Yeah. I'll be like, Trey, what's up?
I just happen to be playing with whoever this night.
And
you know?
doing good, okay?
And it could be at the corner store or it could be at a big festival.
At big festival. And I'm like, Trey.
Yeah.
I'm trying to big you up because it takes a lot to, you know, to deal with people with different personalities is one thing too, but to do what you love and you making money and find yourself in different places where you know, that's what while you learn the music in your house is one thing, you're passionate and you do your thing, but to go out and to be able to deliver to people and be in different situations, where it'd be like different folks, crowd of people don't know you, and it'd be a good set and the music was sweet. I'd be like, what? That's a blessing that you got. You way out here, Andre. I'm like, what? You know what I'm saying? But you supposed to be, because you bad like that. I was like, he bad like that, you know? I just thank you for coming here, you know, just to share with the people, because I want them to understand, you know, that there's a lot of us doing what we love. You know, it ain't top of the top, it ain't, you know, all spread across the news, but there's great things going on everywhere. You know what I'm saying? We got some people that's here that's killing it, you know, and he's one of just killing it. Took his craft, he learned it. You said you had went back to school, right?
Yeah, I went back to school to get my AA and my bachelor's at Musicians Institute at like 31 years old.
At 31 years old.
So that's another thing, you know. It's just like I wanted to invest further in my craft.
You see what I'm saying? That's why if he say, y'all want me, I ain't taking less than.
Yeah, I got student loans to pay. So.
You know.
Literally.
If I can't get this, I don't know. I gotta check my calendar. He could do that for sure, because when you come with it, you know. And then they need musicians that they'll learn out here too. And then we'd be a mess. Somebody will pop up out here and it'd be their virgin that's a major artist and be like, you want to do a show? I got a venue yesterday.
Like, oh my gosh. Yeah.
But they told me I can use it, you know. Yeah. So you call a musician like, who can we get to play this real quick? Andre's one of them, okay? We get Andre on the keys, and then we circle around. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there's a couple pieces that you got to put together. Yeah.
You don't know. I'm just going to say this. I'm on that other side where I heard people when they say, if you get Dre, you're going to be good. I've heard them. Like, who's playing? And then they say, well, Andre going to be there. Oh, yeah. You right there, you know, like... I'm telling you, Andre, like people, trust me, that's that talk behind your back. I don't know if you heard that, somebody else told you. I'm going to tell you, it's been times where people be like, such and such is playing here. One of our local spots where maybe we might have a pop-up show or something, and they go, like, because of the musician, you know, everybody know each other here, really. They'll say, well, who they got playing? Like, even other musicians. They might not like the artist, but if they know that certain musicians is there, they'll come and support because of that musician is there. They be like, well, Dre gonna be there. And like, oh, Dre gonna be there. So they already know that they gonna be good. They gonna feel cool about the situation, even if they didn't like the artist that was performing. So that's our LA thing.
I appreciate that. That's good.
Yeah, for real. Pick up yourself.
I'm not even thinking about that. It's because at that point, it's just low pressure. At that point, it's just like, oh, I gotta learn this music by tomorrow.
I'm telling you.
And perform at a high level, you know. So.
At a high level. Yeah, you've been doing it, man. Pick up yourself and travel. I just say, right now things are opening all up. Have you gotten any calls about stuff?
Yeah, I got some stuff coming up. Like I said, I got the Detroit Posse stuff coming up.
Okay, yeah, so June the 20th.
Father's Day.
At the Father's Day, you guys, because we got something going on we're going to do at the park, but I was going to tell the ladies, we leave in the beach and drive straight on down PCH to the lighthouse and catch them, okay? But, yeah, so the 20th, at the lighthouse,
Sunday. This Sunday at DPS's again.
Oh, at the
in Long Beach.
How you said DPS's? Yeah, he was there last week. Who you gonna be with?
Detroit Posse featuring Errol Bonnet.
Oh yeah, that's right. I did see that. So Errol Bonnet, he's a good artist. Yeah, you know. I like to hear his voice, boy. See, you have to give some of these some props. I don't know what it is with this man. I don't know what he needs to do. Maybe he can just wrap his hair. I like to wrap your hair more often or something. But the voice is off the chain. Yeah. The man is a performance. I can watch him like 20 million times.
Yeah, he's a wicked. One of the best vocalists here, definitely.
Yeah. Let me see, Luciano, Turbulence, my favorite vocal artist to hear as far as reggae. And I like Richie Spice. But Arrow too, he has that place where his voice just sit in a pocket sometimes, and that pocket is like a velvet massage into your ear. I'm not lying. That man voice is bad, and then when he sing them Bob Marley covers, oh Lord, he's bad. I don't know, but you guys, they're gonna be this Sunday in Long Beach at
DPS's.
They was there we was there last week, and you know what? No, we was there a couple of weeks ago too. And what was the blessing is that we had Errol Bonnet on congos while we was singing.
Oh, yeah.
One more thing for our history book.
Yeah,
You
right?
see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was telling the lady, I said, what? You don't see he was playing a congo with us?
Yeah.
You know, even though it wasn't major and people, it wasn't highlighted big time, but that was big, okay?
Yeah.
I told her we gotta write that in our little thing.
Yeah. Definitely.
One more thing that we had, okay?
The Queens featured Aerobic. Yeah,
Aerobic was, it happened.
Yeah. And it was probably filmed. Somebody took a video.
I videoed it. I was watching
okay, there it goes. It's documented.
Somebody
Nobody
videoed
can
for
dispute
me.
it.
I'm telling we can't dispute it. I look and said, what? He's on the congos for us.
Yeah.
Over there in the corner. Boom, boom, boom. But yeah, that's going to be a great show too. You know what I'm saying? And see, isn't it good to play behind good artists? Like,
Well, yeah, yeah. You just get a certain amount of freedom, you know, especially with him. Like, you can do little things here and there, and you get to express yourself within the music a little bit more. You know, some people are a little bit more straight.
See, that's what I like.
Can't.
The times that Andre really be expressing himself. Like,
Yeah.
I be like, what? Trey?
Yeah. But again, that goes back to like being a musician. If that's what the job calls for,
Right.
then that's what you have to do. You know,
Spice it up.
If you have to spice it up, then spice
You
it
know,
up.
people don't understand too. The musicians, a lot of musicians sometimes, a lot of artists, we need the musicians so much. They would act like they don't.
Yeah, oh yeah.
They be acting like their voice alone gonna do it. Thank you guys, just, break this down.
Yeah.
I said low.
Yeah.
All that stuff.
Talk about it.
And then they turn
please.
around and be like, I said low. And I was like, look, I'll be there mad in the mug. I said, what if they get up and walk away? It's gonna be all the way low.
I've been tempted many times to do that. Been tempted.
And you know where that come from? It's their insecurities. Or
Yeah.
they forgot their words. They trying to do
Exactly.
things. And I'm watching. I pay attention to a couple people forget their words
Yeah, yeah, oh yeah. Yeah.
recently.
Yeah,
And
yeah. Yeah. But if you have good musicians, we cover that.
cover that
You know?
part. But they be, instead of them trying to turn it around like y'all doing something wrong and it's
Yeah.
them.
Yes, yeah.
You know,
yeah.
I'll be like, it's been a couple times I'm there in the front because I like to fill it off,
Uh-huh.
and I'm looking like, for real. And I'm always going to tell them, look, come off, leave him. Leave him, because that is just too much. You guys come, it ain't just you alone. There's a package there. That band is in beautiful and in harmony with each other. Like that gig you guys did with Ross Rebel, trust me, I was blown away.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, the guitar player and the bass player was having so much fun in it, and then the drumming, you was like had y'all thing going, and then it was so. I stopped even big yourself Ross Rebel, but I was all into the band
Yeah.
because listen,
And
I
keep in mind, I
recorded.
had never played with them guys before.
You guys,
So it was just like,
That's what I'm
it
saying,
was
y'all.
vibes, just a combination of good musicians. Everybody's paying attention and listening and just vibing it out, you know?
yeah, but y'all wasn't. Nobody was just like,
Yeah, yeah.
'Cause
it felt
everybody
good.
was like, and I was like, oh my God, everybody having a good time. And that guitar player, he had a cordless. I said, don't nobody,
Yeah,
they
yeah.
better not give you no cordless no more, because you was bad.
Yeah.
He almost jumped on the dance floor.
Yeah.
He was bad, okay? I told him, you know he had a little bitty speaker.
Yeah, it was like this big, yeah. And he got to the gig, I was like, you play that? He's like, yeah, man, I don't like to play loud. I was like, cool.
But you can hear him crispy clean.
He got it worked out, you know.
Yeah, I said to him, that's a shame. I was like, I done seen dudes breaking their back, dragging
Exactly.
big old
Boxes
amps
and
and
boxes,
stuff,
yeah.
trying to get a sound.
Yeah.
And I said, you got a little cordless thing, and he had a little bitty box with a mic in front of it. He's like,
They had a 12-inch speaker,
he was all
that's it.
smiling, leaning down at me. He said, you see this? Look. And I was like, all this time, because you can hear, chunk, chunk.
Yeah.
It was clean.
Clean, yeah.
Clean.
Big up Simcoe, that's Simcoe.
Simple, yeah. It was a bad show.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, that was a bad show. So I'm just kind of sharing with you guys some of me to love the music and live music experiences. Some of them in LA are just off the hook, and it's not showcased a lot, but we have good shows, good musicians that sound good. It's like you should just throw your whole purse at the bad boys, because they just be sounding so good like that. This last show was a good show. I'm telling you, it was clean all the way through and through. So you guys gonna be back there again this Sunday. So you guys want to hear Andre play with a band? Check that out. And then on the 20th at the Lighthouse with Detour Posse, that's his regular crew that he rolls with. Check him out there. You know, you guys, if you all know Andre, you have to big him up and give him his vibe. Y'all know he bad. Y'all seen him all these places play. Anybody in the Los Angeles area, y'all know, just pick up our musicians too, because we can't have it if they're not doing what they're doing. if they're not practicing, if they're not working together and humbling themselves, the bounce that we get, the vocals connect with it, but we get the bounce first before the vocals come. You know? You know?
Definitely. Well said.
It's true, because when the music sounds bum, 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 1, 2, 3,
definitely appreciate you and what you added to this, because for me, I don't think a lot of people notice these things, you know, and it's a shame, because I'm like, oh, they don't know what goes into this, but you actually do. And you sharing that with everyone.
And I want them to understand that, you know. It takes all the musicians. It takes work, you know. Sometimes if you want to slide the keyboard as a tip, it's all right, you know what I'm saying?
Tips are always welcome.
Tips are always welcome, because it's just not the singer alone, you know. The singer look, let me tell you how this thing go if it's right, okay? The musicians get together by themselves, supposedly, okay? Go over the music, and they already have it, you know, down to a certain point, and the singer should know their lyrics already when they get there. It's just bringing them both together. But before the singer came, you know, the singer at home, la 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 la, on their own, and they supposed to have their stuff. And when you get with the band's supposed to just, y'all ready? Okay, 1, 2, 3. But before they got to that point, let's go over that part again. We need to accent this part. On the other part, you gotta go low. The communicating with each other. The note is school. The note taking. If you guys pay attention to when they have those sheets on the floor, it's the lineup of the songs. It maybe have the little parts that needs a little accented to it.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying, the formula of the music. It's just not you go there and you just get in this. The work from the band. And always the drummer, bless up the drummer. The drummer have more parts of his instrument than anybody else. So he has more, you know, physical work throughout the whole song. He can't stop because he keeps the rhythm. Yeah. and then he has the most instruments to carry out, you know. So sometimes, you know, big up these singers, but when you guys tipping, if you find something in the music that you love more, or you see something, or you're listen to the music good. It might be one of those musicians that's doing a little extra that you feel. You can go bless them with a tip, because I believe it's okay, because it takes a lot for them to learn the music and keep the formula to go work together with somebody. Because everybody can practice at home, but when you come together, you got to make sure you're doing your part. It's more work than what we know when we're enjoying ourselves. I just want to say that part to say, because, you know. And
I got to get back to a question you just asked me before about starting to come to me. A lot of the local people that I've worked with, you, Lady Dread, Lady D, everybody in the whole, like, Lamert Park area, Mr. Surprise, Diligent, Dandex, all them guys.
Yeah, Dandex, what I mean.
Everybody, big up everybody.
Yeah, man.
All the people that were local here that we do shows with. And we kill them same way.
It doesn't matter. We be trying though,
you know, like big stage, small stage, it don't matter. You know.
That's why you know you bad, because when they say, I'm telling you, they say Andre gonna be there. Okay, if you can get Andre, it's like get your dollars together, because you know he might take a little discount, but you gotta be right, because you know when it comes to Andre, your shit gonna be tight. You can have Andre and a drummer by himself, and your shit gonna be tight. Sorry, but this is my show. I can curse, okay? But you can you have Dre and a drummer, you know what I'm saying?
We're gonna make it happen.
You gonna make it happen. I see him, he got a whole mix up of little boards and sounds here, this and that. That remind me of, like, what's his name from what's his name? Oh my God. That's my friend too. Urban Dread.
Oh, Jason, yeah.
He had his little stuff too. This man, I think he had even background vocals locked in his thing. He has some kind of way he saved your voice.
He got like 2 iPads and computer, everything. It's just everything to make the job a little bit easier, but it gets complicated, you know. But
it'd be beautiful.
Yeah.
I was singing with him, and next time I heard my vocal come back again, I was like, what's that? What? My vocal like doubled up behind me.
And harmonized and all
that. He bad with that. Those things work, okay? And that means that's a passion in making sure the music and the sound is good for the people.
Exactly.
You know? Really.
And it's an investment too.
And it's an investment.
So that stuff ain't cheap.
Yeah, so that's when you be like, look, you like it. So do you be like this? I'm gonna come with 1 keyboard if y'all wanna pay me that.
No. I've said that to people. It's like, at that rate, that's a 1 keyboard gig for me.
Okay, that's what I'm trying to say, because when you have all your stuff, you be bad with it. But they want that whole Dre experience. Look, that's what I'm trying to tell you. people pay attention, Dre. You know that. I just want to make sure you know that too, because they know that it's a Dre experience. Let me tell you, Andre Morris. You know, we gotta get you a name. You know, Dre. You know, Andre Morris. Let's see, Andre M. Mo Music Dre. we gotta come.
Well, I gotta tell you, well, Doc actually named me. He called me 4,000. Because this is Andre 3000, so he called me 4,000.
Okay, well 4,000. yeah, okay. If y'all get for 4,000 on the gig.
For that name.
Yeah, you gotta. Okay, I'm with that. 4,000, because he bad like that. He, you know, he's Dre alone. We don't want to get confused with the Dre's in the world, but we have to make sure we get your stuff locked down. So 4,000. Yeah,
sure.
Yeah. We're gonna start doing that. You got 4,000 on it. You know?
That's the starting rate right there.
Yeah.
That sounds good to me.
For real, that's what we gotta do, cause Dre, trust me. All right, you guys. Lady B here, the music. I hope you guys been informed pretty good about this musical stuff here. You know, from one of our besties here. Thank you for coming here.
Thank you for having me. You have a beautiful platform here.
Oh, thank you so much.
I've been watching. I appreciate everybody that you bring on and all the things you do here. Very good. Thank you so much.
You know, it's just a family thing. I'm trying to tell people, I want you to come and talk. And it's not like about a money thing. It's us sharing and telling our story, because I want everybody to be aware of people don't do things just because, and, you know, just have an understanding about people when you see them, what's what and why is it what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And when they say stuff, you have to go too deep. You have an understanding now.
Mm-hmm.
When Dre say I ain't taking less than this, you understand his background. Okay, and his front round, because it ain't behind him, it's still right here.
There's no slight to you. It's just like know, it is what it is.
It is what it is, but you worked for it.
Yeah.
You worked for it, and your resume says it all. You know what I'm saying? Do you have this stuff jotted down? You need to get this thing together now.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
You got it written down?
Yeah.
Okay, you gotta make sure you gotta have that. You gotta have that stuff down right there, because this is real OG stuff. Now, when you say what you say, even if you want to feel bossy one day and say, give me this, and they look at you crazy like, did you see this?
Yeah. There's always proof in the paper, right?
That part, you know what I'm saying? A blessing. Yeah. All right, want to big up everybody out there all across the world. Pick up all the musicians and all the lovers of music. Just let me say it like that. All the lovers of music, period. But for the musicians, you know, we love you guys too. I just want to make sure I reach out to say to you guys, you know, without you guys, we can't have the music, because musicians is the music. You understand? I pick up all the artists, but the tracks alone can't do it all the time. That's why y'all reach for the live, because if the tracks alone could do it, you would never reach for those musicians, right? When, like I said to the men, without the ladies, you guys are nothing without us. But the singers, you know, y'all good. I ain't gonna say y'all nothing, but you're better with them.
Thank you.
With the musicians, it's much better. Live music, I'm telling you, LA, like, there's some people out here who, if it ain't live, they ain't coming nowhere.
Yeah.
Because you gotta hear that bass.
You gotta feel. It's a live feel. You know, it's life. You know, it's not just, and nothing against the you know, the DJ stuff and the record stuff, but I mean, it's like you said, there's nothing better than a live feel.
You know what's the best part is if a person can say, pull up.
Yeah. And we can do all of that too, you know?
No, but the way the live do it, the live do it, the way the live do it, you be like, ah. You know, the pull up is like, whoa. Yeah. Trust me, and I you know, it's a great couple of times, my little heckling self, I've been someplace, and it'd be like, they came in so perfect. I was like, whoa, hey. They was like, pull up. I was like,
but that's why we do it though.
I said, did I do that? Yeah. I did that. I was like, yo, woo, that was hot right there. And then they was like, pull up. I was like, I hope I didn't do nothing wrong. But I was like, pull up. You know. All right, you guys. Lady B here. Remember, it's your journey, your story, your vibes. Here, the music link. Holler at your girl. If I haven't gotten to you yet, and you want to come share, I'm right here. This is all about us sharing and letting people know what's up. You like sharing your walk to let even all your own personal friends understand your walk with the music and why you do what you do too, you know. So just link me, inbox me if I haven't talked to you yet. I have talked to a couple of people about coming on, but hey, I'm right here. It's going down, you know. Tomorrow we'll be live, live and unplugged edition with Shaka Man and the Jubilee Orchestra, so you guys look out for that, okay? So Andre Morris, one of LA's hottest working musicians for a living right here. Thank you and pick up yourself.
Thank you so much.
Keep doing what you're doing.
Definitely.
Making that great legacy for your son.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Because you add to it all you want to, but you already been this traveling musician that's played with some of the greats in reggae music out of Los Angeles. You got that part already.
Yeah.
You got that.
Yeah.
Can't nobody do no erasing over here on Andre.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we want to big up all your mentors and the people who helped you
Definitely.
behind the scene, like you said, Michael Hyde, and George for sharing your
Marlon.
insight. You know,
Yeah, all them guys. Yeah.
all them guys,
Martin,
because
all of them.
it's
Eugene.
good when you guys come together
Yeah, man.
and share what you know, and you know, right now some of the guys are doing it in the park with each other, and it's so beautiful that they're learning another instrument, and one of the other guys is showing them, and it's so beautiful. They're working together. I like this so much. I was just sitting in the park when they were smiling, just looking at this, what they're doing. They don't understand how big that it is.
Yeah.
That they're doing
It
that
starts
with
from
each
there,
other.
though. You know, that's where it starts.
Yeah.
And it turns into something you may not even have, even
Okay.
thought of.
Okay, because Mike and them, they saw something in you, but you done like went into your own thing, and even them, they have to just say, hey, get Dre on it, you know, because you're going to pretty it up, you know. What's your favorite music before we go?
Oh, wow, man. If I would aspire to do anything, it actually would be to play jazz.
To play jazz?
Yeah, I came up listening to jazz since I was a kid, which is weird for a kid.
Why you don't do like how everybody else do? Do a little Spotify thing.
You know what? I know what it takes to be a real serious jazz musician. I've studied a lot of it, and it's a lot. You know, so big up to all them guys that can play that stuff.
But you can do your project though.
Oh no, it's coming, definitely. It's
Okay.
coming.
Okay.
It's coming. Definitely. But the other side is that I know jazz musicians that probably couldn't play reggae.
Reggae, right,
So
right.
it goes hand in hand.
Right.
You know?
Dang, that'd be beautiful. You know, because you play like that though. You play like even when you went to your solos, it's like that vibe. See?
It's a little influence to it, yeah.
You see, look at me. Go on, Lady B.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about it like when you play stuff, it's been so like melodic, how you say. Certain time you done stuff, and I'm like, ooh, Jay, what you doing over there? And it fit, it works all the time. You like, ooh, it's right.
Yeah.
And so that's what that is. So you definitely can do it. You got that right there. Yeah. So once you practice more, now you should do like a little solo thing, you know?
Oh yeah, it's definitely coming.
It's coming?
Everything, what I've learned so far, everything's gonna come in time.
Okay,
you know?
don't leave me out.
No,
You know,
definitely.
right
No.
Don't leave
right
me out.
there.
Let me, you know.
No, man.
Let me come on and be a part of that right there.
Definitely.
Trust me. 'Cause you know what I'm saying? I can bust a little,
Little
Lady Sing the Blues,
Oh,
too.
Okay, got you.
all of me.
Okay, all
Right
right.
now, take all of me. Yeah.
All right. That's what hanging out in the Merc will do to you.
Hey, well, okay, everything. You get
Right?
everything.
Anything you get in the Merc. Right?
Everything, okay? Bless up all of my family.
Yeah, man.
All right, you guys, we're going to get out of here. Bless up, everybody. Go to the Music Link YouTube page, like and subscribe. Check out my vibe. Check out some of LA things that's been going on. I'm telling you, it's not all of them, but I share as much as I can. I'm just giving you a little insight, a little piece of Los Angeles musicians in the reggae community, because that's my vibe. That's where I'm at. I love everything else too, but my vibe, where I'm at, I share what I love. And hopefully in it, some of you guys might be inspired, or you might like some of it too, or you might be interested in something there. So just go and make sure you like and subscribe. I'm trying to be a part of the stuff like everybody else. I just want to make sure you guys are keeping up to date with all of the new videos that I have out there. I got a lot of stuff there already, but it's going to be more to come. So just like and subscribe, you guys, all right? Bless up, Andre Morris.
Thank you so much.
One of LA's hottest, you guys. So if y'all, any musicians, y'all know y'all trying to do some stuff, and if you haven't linked with anybody yet, Andre Morris, a keyboard player in Los Angeles. You guys look up his Facebook page. I asked somebody in the reggae community, how can you get to him? Because when it comes to Los Angeles, if you come in and you got a show out here you need to do, and you need musicians, you can start with him. You can't fail. You can't fail. And I say that because little do I know, I have all these different artists that I'm connected with that, you know, God bless me. God bless me. When you guys are trying to do a show, y'all make sure you tell them, Andre, because you cannot lose. You know, I'm telling you, you cannot lose. Every flavor you want, and it won't take long for the man to get it. He's up on everything. You understand? So, thank you so much, Andre.
Thank you.
Blessings to you and your whole royal life, okay? Okay, it's just royal. Because everything that I say that people want to do, he's been a part of it already. He has his family. He's a married man. He has a son. You know what I'm saying? And he's been a working musician to be able to take care of his family. So a lot of people have been wanting even to do that much.
Yeah.
And that much he's already conquered. And more to come. So big up yourself and keep it going. God bless you here.
God bless you too.
Thank you so much for coming to the Music Link, my friend Andre. All right, you guys.
All right, everybody. Big up
Bless
yourself.
up.